So guys, for today's video, we changed the setup, and that is because I'm visiting Juan.
Hello everyone. It's a pleasure being here with you today.
We are in Madrid, and I'm in the perfume paradise. And for this video, we decided to talk about those fragrances that I was really impressed with from Juan's collection. So definitely keep on watching because we have some great gems for you. But before we get started, please give the video a thumbs up. And Juan has another video with me on his channel, so check it out. The link is going to be down below, exactly. And don't forget to subscribe to both of our channels. And once you're done with that, we can get started.
Let's start.
So hello and welcome everyone to today's video. We are here with Juan. It's such a pleasure for me to be here. You have so many perfumes. How many do you have, Juan?
Thank you very much for inviting me to your channel. I have around 1,500 fragrances, and it's crazy.
Mm-hmm. I'd say so.
But it's also, I mean, it's our passion. We have our channel, exactly. And this keeps on growing, and it's a passion that you cannot stop having. So I'm very happy with this. So, I understand it's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, but it's fine. I mean, like when you see the wall, you're at first like overwhelmed, but then you're like, okay, let's start slowly and make our way through it. And that's what we did today with Juan. He showed me like so many different perfumes, and I chose 10 that I love, that I found unique and interesting. So let's just get started with...
Let's start with this one, for example.
Yeah, sure.
Do you want me to explain them to you first? And you
yeah,
give me your
what's
opinion?
the name?
The name for this one is El Agua de Camélia China, is a Eau de Camélie Chinois, and this is from Maître Parfumeur Gantier. Mm-hmm. And this is a brand that, this is a fragrance that is very intense because it's a lot of tea, it's very pungent tea.
Tea.
It's,
okay.
And then it's also very green and vibrant, but once it settles down, it's probably one of the most versatile, most elegant, more wearable fragrances that I've seen. And this is a fragrance that is love at second sniff almost for everyone. For
second sniff. Now I need to tell you the story. We were sniffing the perfumes and Juan comes to me and like, this is the perfume that people hate at first sniff. And I was like, I love it. So it's very fresh and crisp and floral, and I noticed that the creamy part of the flower, there is probably some flower inside.
Yes,
I'm not sure.
Camellia.
Oh, really? Because I'm not sure about the notes in all of these perfumes. So this is just like real immediate impression of me enjoying them. But anyway, the creaminess in here reminds me a little bit of the creaminess in Ani. These are not similar.
Okay. No, I
but
totally
like
can tell.
that crisp green note. It's
a combination of citric, creamy green tea with the creaminess of, it's totally, I can totally tell. And it's something that is very wearable. I told you the story about a friend of mine that she hated it. And 1 week later, she said,
I've already used half the bottle of it.
Yeah, I'm already halfway down the bottle, so it's quite interesting. This is a fragrance
and very like fresh, so great for the summer, maybe I would say. Yeah,
it's a very versatile fragrance. So that would be my first fragrance that I've shown.
Yeah.
The second one.
This is interesting.
The second one. This is called is a personal story for this one. It's called Santa Cristina. This is from Alma. And this is a fragrance that has got a peculiar color. This is a fragrance that, and it's a fragrance that also took me quite some time to to enjoy it a lot. And let me explain why. And it's because the rose is so concentrated, and the rose is so that it gets into one point and suddenly it opens up. And probably the first time you smell it, you're not that happy with it, but when it starts opening, this is one of the best rose fragrances ever. And I remember calling the brand and I said, but this one has got Afghan rose.
It's very rare, no?
It's Kandahar rose.
Yeah.
And they said, you're the only person that ever told us that it's got Kandahar rose, and we never put it on the on the notes because it's so difficult to find, and we have so many legal things that we cannot say that it has, but indeed it has a lot of Kandahar rose.
Wow.
So this is a very limited production of fragrances, and it's one of the, if you love Fille une Rose de Kandahar by Andy Tower, this one is the more rose. Fiume Rose de Kandahar is more vanillic, and this one is more bright and more elegant.
And it is quite herbaceous too. Like for me, it's almost minty. It's like very cool,
yes.
right? Right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, I don't have that mint.
You have a lot of perfumes going on.
Yeah, but it's true.
Yeah, it's very unique, and the color, I mean, like, it's a stunner. Look, it's violet. They could call it violet something, because it would match.
I love this one.
Unique rose. We smelled a lot, and this really stood out. Yes! Woo!
This one is going to be explained directly.
Yes, okay, so... Oh, now is going to be the biggest surprise. We have a special person here behind the camera, and...
Vente, Renier, come over.
And now, the moment of truth.
This is not fair.
Why not?
Hello.
Can you imagine how fun we are having today? I fell in love with
2021 nights.
Oh my God, it's such a powdery gem.
Yes.
Premier, congratulations.
Very floral.
Amazing.
Beautiful.
Extrait de parfum, special edition for sure. Perfume that I would wear like to a special occasion myself. Oh.
Thank you so much. And I let you enjoy the video.
No, tell something about the product. Tell something.
You're smart too.
Yeah.
I want to spray it too.
Well, this one is a fragrance that I did inspired in the book, on the book 2001 Nights, because I wanted to do something very positive, very floral, that it can give you to people the idea that it's the fragrance of Sheresiada in each morning after she is still alive.
Okay.
Something very romantic.
It is romantic, and it smells like, is there rice powder? No.
No.
But it's like very...
It has like a tea, a little bit of coffee, and it gives you
a nutty vibe also.
Yeah, this nutty vibe, I'm thinking about rice or something, like pudding rice. I mean, it's so delicious. Congratulations once again. Renier is launching amazing fragrances like that.
Thank you so much.
And he's just won his second perfume awards for Anacaona. So, I mean, he's a successful perfumer now.
I was surprised.
And his new one that we've told you about in the interview that I haven't posted yet, but stay tuned. Tanama is just like spectacular, and he's the perfumer, right?
Yes, I created. It means red butterfly. Yeah.
Amazing.
Indians.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, thank you so much.
No,
it was a pleasure.
After this ambush, we can say goodbye to Renier now.
Yeah, thank you. Bye, thank you. It was a pleasure.
This next perfume, Juan said that this is a special citrus. One of the best, you said, you smelled this year.
For me, it's one of the most special fragrances in 2022.
Why?
Because for me, this is a fragrance that smells better than the sum of its parts. When you smell it, or the first time you apply it, it doesn't matter.
We didn't say the name.
Yeah, this is Oro Bianco. This is white gold. This is for Bois 1920. I'm saying Bois because it's an Italian brand. It's not Bois. It's not Bois because it's an Italian brand. And this is a fragrance that the first time you smell it, you start thinking, yeah, grapefruit, yeah, white flowers, yeah.
I'm not thinking that.
And then suddenly then you just stop thinking and then you enjoy it. And that's the fun of this fragrance, is that the sum of, the outcome is better than the sum of its parts.
You know what I liked about it? Because when Juan told me this is one of the best citruses, I'm like, I'm not the person that enjoys citruses in the first place anyway. I'm like, citrus, whatever. But it's not to me.
Okay.
It's not citrusy. It's like not. It's like...
It's a composition is
imaginary, like it's more like the texture, the feeling. Texture kind of like this. I don't know. Okay. It's very polished to me. I don't smell notes in here. Like if I needed to tell the notes, I would be like dust, whatever.
And it's woody too. So it's a very good equilibrium.
It's like your skin, but like so much better.
Amazing. This is a very, very good.
I agree with Juan. It's one of the best perfumes I've smelled this year.
Then we are going to show you one fragrance that is very spectacular.
I think it's the first one you showed me today.
Because this one is called Slightly Bitch. This is from Filippo Sorcinelli, and this is a creation that he's done that reminds him about sex. So this one is a slightly bitch. This is the one that he told me. This is the one that is created to attract sex. Is to the previous to sex. And this one is a roll-on thing. And this is quite a peculiar composition. It's very, very, very sexy. It's very animalic. It's floral, but it's also pungent because it's got pine. So there is a huge difference between the notes. And that not equilibrium among the notes is what makes this fragrance very attractive because people don't know what's happening around you. And it's also very sexy, or at least I find it very sexy.
It is sexy, but it is a little bit, it's not slightly bitch, it's like very bitch. It's truly, it's something that, and if you combine it with night. Let's talk about it.
Okay, that is, night is, it's not actually a fragrance, it's a fragrance enhancer. And the thing is that I created this exponential boost, having the idea of solving the problem of people that complained that fragrances did not like the longevity, projection, or they wanted superpowers with a fragrance.
Okay.
And night is the one that gives you is projection, duration, and superpowers, because this affects your limbic system. People are going to feel the emotion because they're going to like this so much. They don't know why, but they are going to like it so much that they're going to pay a lot of attention to you.
Right.
And so you put this underneath any fragrance.
Underneath or over.
Underneath. I mean, you can use it alone, but I mean, I use it alone. But if you use it with other things on top, you're going to have a lot of fun because you're going to see that people are going to get a ton of attention.
It has a superpower.
Yeah, that's a superpower, and it's an easier way to have the attention. If you have the attention, you have more opportunities to conquer them. So that's why it's more sexual, more... People are going to talk to you closer. You're going to be... That's a kind of...
It's like a secret for you if you want that impression.
And this smells very, very nice. And the combination of both is... I remember that I
too
met...
dangerous.
I met...
you need to have some plans for the night if you're wearing this combination.
I met Filippo and we did a combination. I did the combination. And it was crazy. The combination of both, it was just too crazy.
So did something interesting happen that day?
Not with Filippo.
Not with Filippo.
So
we're moving on.
We're moving on.
Tell me about this brand and all of us, because I've never heard of it.
Okay.
I've never seen it.
Okay,
and you have like the entire collection.
I have the entire collection. This is a brand. It's called Persons of Interest. And Persons of Interest is a Canadian brand. And he's a guy that has a brand about doing a lot of grooming things for men. It's a brand that is, and it's a shaving company. And then he decided to do his own fragrance brand, and he created a lot of fragrances that are very, very good. He's probably, for me, one of the best tobacco brands ever.
Okay. Yeah, well, I chose a tobacco perfume.
And so this one is called Sex and Cigarettes. That is sex and it's cigarettes and honey. This one is the darker vibe. This is a fragrance that is called dark tobacco and
sweet.
Honey.
Yeah, it's quite
so
sweet.
It's we've got Havana Conference, which is like gold tobacco and honey, and this one is the dark tobacco and it's very amazing. Sweet. It's super amazing.
It's like gourmand tobacco, and I love this note, and I love sweet perfume, so it's amazing.
But it's a quite a peculiar combination because it's not normal.
It stands out from here. It really stands out. When I smelled it, I was like, ooh, this is interesting.
And that's what Gianni is saying, is that you can totally tell that this is dark tobacco, and it's not usual to smell this dark tobacco combined with super sweet notes.
Yeah, it's extra sweet. Like, this is the sweetest tobacco I've smelled. And let's continue with the sweet perfumes. We have something so interesting here from the brand Anfas.
Anfas?
Yeah.
And
the
this
bottle
one,
is nice.
Yeah. And this fragrance, I always forget the name of this fragrance because it's the name is it's
I will put it on the screen, don't worry.
Okay. So, this is the most intense, the most overwhelming vanilla that I know.
Overwhelming.
It's overwhelming. It's very, very, very sweet. It's got...
Do you like vanilla?
Yeah, I love it.
What's your favorite vanilla? This or not?
In terms of overwhelming vanilla, this is my favorite. I can totally tell.
Comment below your favorite vanilla, guys. But it's not only vanilla.
No. This is tonka. This is vanilla. This is tonka. This is Palo Santo. So it's guaiac wood. So This is all, you can totally tell this is a creaminess in a bottle. This is uber creamy.
Actually, how we decided to choose this one for the video, I was like, Juan, do you have something milky, something lactonic, something like with the texture? And he showed me this one.
And that's the thing.
It's like a candy, but in a perfume form.
Yeah. Very, very creamy, very, very intense.
Ooh, let's continue with creamy, sweet, intense.
This is a fragrance.
I was so surprised to see it in your collection. It's like, what?
This is a very fragrance, very cheap fragrance, and it's called Tokyo Milk. This is number 3, Eden, and it's very funny because it tells you the notes here. It says, okay, fresh greens, cassis, white iris, and bronze milk, and you think, well, I mean, you read the notes.
I like iris, I like cassis, so it's fine.
But once you apply it, it's like, wow. It truly smells very, it makes you feel sweet, not overwhelming, very easy to wear, and very attractive in a discreet way. So
yeah, exactly. It's very soft.
And you wear it
and just lovely and pretty.
And you feel good. And that's why I love it so much. This is a fragrance that, for me, it was a super surprise when I discovered it. Super surprise.
Do you have more experience with this brand? I've never smelled it.
I think I smelled a lot of them, but I don't remember.
Okay.
The thing is that sometimes when we smell so many things,
That's true.
That's why I used to write everything that I smell, but now I keep on forgetting.
So if you have any experience with Tokyo Milk, comment below your favorites. And I think we are on the last one.
On the last one, let's see how many we've done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
10.
And 10.
Whoa! What's the name of this perfume?
One, this is Seduisant, and this is by Malanotte. And this is a brand that I discovered in Milan.
Oh, I have never heard of it.
And it's a fragrance that it's got a beautiful combo of rose, of rose, of cardamom, and chocolate. So
the best things.
For me, this is a fragrance that I've been using a lot. I mean,
oh, you use it yourself?
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
I find it. You can tell from how much I've used.
Right.
I mean, having used this,
it means a lot.
Means a lot.
With such a collection.
With such a collection, it means a lot. So I can totally tell this is a fragrance that is super attractive, super different, and it's a fragrance that it makes you feel
special,
really special and unique. And it's a fragrance that it always gets a ton of attention.
Really?
And yeah,
People
every time I wear it, this is a fragrance that every time I've worn it, every time I receive somebody saying like, "What are you wearing today?" And sometimes I thought, okay, I'm going to cheat, so I would use this one, and then the following day I would use the same one and say, "Do you like this one better or the one that I used yesterday?" And I said like, they are the same. So people recognize it.
You can make it your signature scent.
No, it's true.
Are you an oversprayer?
No.
No.
No, the thing is that
I thought you are.
No, I don't, because my skin is very good for fragrances.
Yeah.
So if I overspray, it's going to be bad for me. And I also, the more fragrances I wear, the less I want to be overwhelming. I think that fragrances have to have a purpose. And when you overspray, you tend to minimize that purpose. You lose versatility, you lose... I mean, when you overspray, or at least in my opinion, you are overwhelming people. So your purpose, you have to shout your purpose, and you don't have to shout.
We are similar with that, because I find you get used to perfumes that you spray a lot also, and that's not the
and it's true, is that that happens a lot with people that complain that there have been reformulations on fragrances, is that they've been used to the fragrance for so long, that they've used for so long that suddenly they start smelling it less, but because they are so used to it, and they say, no, they've reformulated it again. And it's not, and it's
just stop overspraying, and you will start enjoying it again.
But it's true, and that's why I don't like overspraying, because if you're going into an interview and you're overspraying, suddenly the interviewer is going to lose focus on you and is going to focus on the fragrance, and they're not going to... So make the fragrance about something that empowers you, or that it goes aligned with your purpose. Do not make the fragrance
be its own thing.
Yeah, the protagonist of your life.
I like that.
Do not be the supporting actor of your own life. You have to be the actual principal actor of your life, not the supporting actor.
So let us know in the comments if you are an oversprayer or not. And thank you so much for having me here. It was such a pleasure to discover your collection and have a video with you. Check out our video on Juan's channel. And don't forget to subscribe and like it if you maybe would like to see more of us. Okay. And
subscribe to her channel. Go ahead. And thank you very much for inviting me. And I hope we can do more videos together.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
Bye, guys. Let's move on. And thank you, Reni.
In the Spanish one, in the one that I'm going to do for my channel, you're going to do the same thing.
Smart, right? That was cool.
I will go to balcony.
You're like, I'm going for a walk.